Hey, what's going on, traders? Hope y'all are having a great day. It's your boy Z Rex. It's been a hot minute since I've done a video. Just got back from the coast, a little vacay with the kiddo, trying to squeeze in those last little summer trips. I don't know what the hell's wrong with my internet. I've been messing with it for over an hour, and I'm just real frustrated. So I'm just gonna do an upload video after I already tried to do one. It wouldn't upload. Internet was busted. Hotspot wouldn't work. Internet's kind of working. It's just you paid Spectrum $120 a month. You'd think this shit would work, right? I don't know if other people have had this issue, but I've seemed to have like tech problems a lot this year, just with my cell phone and just like service problems. Not really like the phone is crappy, but just getting the internet and the connectivity has just been a real big pain in the ass this year. I don't know what's going on. Get your shit together, tech companies. What the hell? Anyway, let's get into some price action. We need a little update. Not much has really changed from the last video, but let's get right into it. Bam, Mama Bear, what's up? How you doing? It's doing all right. Bouncing off the daily 21. That's okay. Came up to that 50, almost 51,000, which is the really big pivot point, I believe, at about 51K. If we can get a week open and close above there, I do think we probably run up to about 56-ish in the middle of this little consolidation range right up here. I do think that puts it into the cards. And, I mean, pretty much it's making higher highs and higher lows still. So that's not too bad on the daily. Momentum kind of is just really blah. Not really doing anything. Let's zoom in a little bit. Real sideways. All right, so this chart here is interesting. It's already rolling over from this intermediate price action. Still making higher highs, higher lows. So that's good. I will say this is the most bearish read on the 458 time frame that we've had, though, since back over here. Since, well, when this rally started from about 30K. So that is a little bit concerning. Definitely the nastiest read that we've had since there, but this can get reversed real quick, especially with the higher time frames still being pretty bullish as hell. So as long as it's just holding, I mean, it's really the same as the last video. You know, if we lose about 44, we probably go to 42, and then that's like the big line in the sand is at 42. I think if we lose 42, we probably come back in the upper 30s. Bulls really need to keep this higher low, higher high structure going on this daily. And if we can do that, I do think we are just working our way slowly up to the 55K area. I'm just a little bit concerned by this kind of rounded top formation. You can see it more on Ethereum. Ethereum is really stalled out since pretty much most of this month. Where Bitcoin kind of had a little hoorah here in the middle of the month, later in the month, but it's still kind of just chilling right back in these ranges. And I don't like that the 458 is getting a little bit bearish, just a little bit bearish. We don't want to see that creep up into the daily, and we are getting into the neutral zone. Bears are still in the weak zone on DMI, so not terrible. Only, again, keeping it simple, below 46 probably goes to 44, and then 44. Below that, I don't really like it at all, because then we'll start making lower lows on the structure. So that wouldn't be super sexy. Let's keep it above 44, bulls. Weekly, I mean, we're coming up 618 areas. You know, that's just kind of a dangerous spot. Usually that's your target for retracements to the up or downside. And then a lot of times you just get like some funkiness around there. And I've seen many instances where it goes to like the 786 and then gets rejected as like a failed breakout. You know, where would that actually be right now? Let's pull a fib real quick. Actually, it would be at that mid-50s area where we would look for after 51, like I was just discussing. So that's kind of interesting. This horizontal is also a 786. So maybe we get up there. We'll see. Right now, everything looks pretty intact, except for this little kind of hammer and follow through, or shooting star kind of thing and follow through. And we don't want to start making lower highs and then take out 44 and make lower lows. But right now it's okay. Futures look fine too. Well, we're right at this mama hump and the 618. Man, this is just I think this is just a dangerous area for lots of risk on the table. I'm still mostly cash chilling. I just don't. I want confirmation that this isn't no bullshit rally. And what would confirm that for me would be a weekly close above 51,000. An open and close, that is, above 51K. We got that. I'd feel real solid that there's major support in the mid-40s. We're almost doing that. We got this little rising channel we fell out of. Tried to get back in it twice, getting rejected. Ethereum definitely has the way heavier chart than Bitcoin by a long shot. You're in this kind of big box range right here. So you can kind of draw this out like that, something like that. You are in this really big box range. I just don't really see anything happening until we get out of that. It's just ping-ponging. And it does also have a pretty bearish read. There was a similar one right over here that made it to the bottom of the box and then ended up getting bid up. So maybe we're kind of working on that. The biggest problem is this 458 did take out all the EMAs. So it's a little slight, it's a little bit downside bias below 3160, but only to about like 3K. 3K, we probably get some bounces. Anything below 3K, I would look for like 2,700 on this structure because we are super neutral. Bulls got no dominance and are making lower highs, lower lows on RSI. So that's not super sexy. What would change my mind on that? To make it super sexy is a weekly, even a daily close probably above like 3350 does it. But man, a weekly close above the 3350-ish area would be pretty damn sexy, and we'd probably be working our way up to new highs if that were to happen. All right, futures agreeing with that. Yeah, they are. So I'm just trying to do a fast video here for update since my internet won't work for live stream. I'd much rather do that. They're more fun, but you know, what are you gonna do? All right, so for Bitcoin, 44 is the intermediate, or 46 is the intermediate, 44 below 46 we'd probably test, and then 42 is like the line in the sand for me on this structure, because then, like I said, we start making lower highs, and then weekly closure above 51,000 would probably get us back up to the mid-50s. That's the easy peasy. Rapid fire on Bitcoin. Ethereum, 3K. And 33, like 30-ish. That easy peasy. This little box range. You can really see it on the daily very well here with the closes. Bam. So 3 to pretty much 33 till it's out of there. It's just ranging. Nothing too crazy. Futures also agreeing with that. Litecoin. And a lot of these are going to look pretty much the same. You got them bounced up to the May consolidation, the May-June consolidations, usually right around the 200 is what I've been noticing. Almost everything is. Yeah, it's okay. As long as it's holding about 160-ish, it looks fine. But again, no momentum. We've lost all the momentum, even on a daily. And then if we can load this stupid chart. And a pretty bearish. This is also the most bearish read on this formation since back over here. So in this whole rally, we are getting a little bit of bearishness, and this is kind of a stinky pattern right here for Litecoin. Not my favorite. Oh, same for Ripple. This will be lower highs, lower lows, and any daily closure today below 109, 110. It is right on top of the 21, so that is a very tough area. See how this daily closes out, but below 110, I do think. Gotta be careful. Probably will test $1, and then that's the major support area for Rips, for garlic bread. If he doesn't hold the buck range, don't break the buck, because then we're probably gonna go to 80s if that does happen. Bulls really need to defend here and start getting some shit going fairly soon, because in a bull trend, what is price supposed to do? It's supposed to go up. So we're kind of just doing this bullshit here, stopping at a 618. right there, and kind of just ping-ponging. Now, it does look good if we can just stay above $1. You know, don't get it twisted. It does look good above $1. So, man, what was this week? Beast mode weekly candle. Also on the weekly, we would definitely not, if it closes a weekly below $1, even just a close, not even open and close, I would say that's a very high probability of testing 70, 80 cents. So kind of interesting chart. XLM, oh man, XLM has some pretty relative weakness against other currencies. Look at this, went right to the bottom middle of the consolidation range in May, and it's getting rejected right now. So that kind of sucks for Stellar Lumens. We are making some lower highs, lower lows. Kind of same structure here. Any close below 34 cents on this daily candle here in 6 hours. Yeah, not so sexy. That's starting to change the trend. Bull markets. It's real simple, man. Just don't overthink this shit. In a bull market, price is supposed to make higher highs, higher lows. Boom. A daily is a really good chart time frame to use that on. And when you start making a lower high and then you start making a lower low to confirm this is actually a lower high, then you need to start being a little bit cautious. Just a wee bit. Just a wee bit. Man, ETC getting monkey hammered. It's kind of brutal here. What is this? 24% off the highs. Yeah, it's not great. It's not great. This one already is on the lower time frames, making lower highs, lower lows. It is in this little cluster F over here between 57 and about 61. So that looks like a good liquid zone. Anything back below 57 on this, oof, man, I'd probably look for 50, 53, and then maybe we can get a bounce there. But this isn't looking super great. It was kind of, no, I don't want to say leading, but it was showing relative strength for a while, but it's kind of just giving it all up. This momentum has been sucked the F out of this pattern here. So, holds 57. It's all right. That's not terrible. Maybe even down to like 53 if you want to be a little bit more loose. But that's kind of getting into kind of breaking this, especially on the 458 structure. That would look pretty gnarly. It already looks kind of gnarly. But hey, about 57, then we probably go to 53 if we lose that. And what for bulls, what do they need? For bull boners, we really got to get back above this swing high at about 69. Hell yeah. Really got to get above $69, man. So a lot of work to do on ETC. Dot, yeah, right here, same shit. Consolidation in May, 200, selling off. Lost its momentum on the daily. 450's barely holding on. The 458, whatever. Any closure below $23 on this probably opens the door to like 19 to 21. Then we'll have to reassess. But yeah, I don't like this rally here. I don't know. There's just something weird about it. You know, if you listen to the show, I've been talking about it. We probably get to the 618 and just see what happens, and we're just kind of chilling here. You know, at first I thought I would just pop off these lows on the Bitcoin chart when it was back over here. I mean, I know this isn't Bitcoin, but whatever. It's got like kind of the same shit, right? I was looking for about a 20% run. I did kind of exceed that right around here. I was like, man, we're about to see some big ass rally out of nowhere, out of this pattern. It's like the kind of forgotten pattern. Probably has a more technical name, but we're just kind of just dribbles lower, lower, lower. And, you know, I was just looking for about that 15% or so, 20 up to the upper 30s. But, man, blew past that, retested, blew past it again. So, you know, kudos to Bitcoin for that. But now, after doing that, we did get to the major retracement area of 618. But we already talked about that, so we don't need to beat that horse. Dot, yeah, whatever, right at the top of the range. Rejection. Now we're just smack in the middle of the consolidation. This is a no-go zone for me. Don't care. ADA pulling back pretty hard. Good support at the previous all-time highs. Probably around 230. Let's see if volume profile can confirm that for us. Actually, it doesn't really. It does not really confirm that 230 has lots of business here. I mean, look at this. This is the whole chart on just Bitfinex. I know it only goes back to August. But, I mean, you can even see, look, there's the main node is at 130, which is actually that 136 level we were watching for a long time on the show. Right here at this horizontal, if it could get above that, we'd probably look for a good run. Now, this was a great, phenomenal run. It wasn't just a good run. Nice job, Charles Hodgkinson, Mr. Dog Lover. But we got this tweezer top type formation here. Boom, bam. Indecision. And if this closes anywhere below 260, this is confirmation that this is a topping pattern. So, now, yes, is it right on the 10 symbol? It absolutely is in this little business here. So at about low 240s. So there might be a little chance of a bounce here for sure. But I do think that this is kind of printing a topping formation right here. This thing just got really, really ahead of itself. Some probably just FOMO news crap going on here. But anything back below, yeah, about 243, 240, I would look for probably coming back all the way to $2 roughly on this guy. Let's see. But, hey, relative strength on ADA versus other stuff, unlike DOT, which looked like asshole. Link, same thing. Looks exactly like DOT's chart. Couldn't even get up into the halfway range of the consolidation. Garbage. No relative strength. Garbage. EOS, same thing. Trash. Don't like it. And you're like, oh, it's not trash. It rallied 40%. Yeah, whatever. Who cares? Crypto, that's happens all the time. Look at this shit. 40 down, up, down, 20, 40, 30. It's like, it's just it happens all the time. The problem is we're just getting rejections from certain structures here. And a lot of these altcoins just pumped super hard, man. When you get super pumps in Bitcoin, Mama Bear, and Unicorn, man, aren't pumping with it, that's not a good sign. That's bad. That is mucho bad. You don't want that. You do not want that. All right. You want Bitcoin to kind of be agreeing and floating. If you remember this recent pump, they all kind of pumped together, right? They were all going up. Bitcoin made a little high and then sold off, and the altcoins did it, then chilled, and then Bitcoin ran and then chilled. And then, you know, right at the very end in this consolidation right here, I'm kind of going off topic a little bit, but in this consolidation right here, this is when all the altcoins super pumped when Bitcoin was not pumping. All right, and that happened in 2017 as well. It also happened in 2014, so it's a very common theme, if you will, for the bitty bits, just crypto in general. All right, let's go. Where were we at? Oh, all right, same thing. Bitcoin Cash, blah, whatever in the range. But, I mean, this is just not really sexy. What would be sexy is some daily closures above this horizontal at 750. That would be uber sexy. But this, whatever. It just kind of looks like relief bounce from lots of sell pressure. BSV, same crap. Look, May, June, consolidation, boom. Can't even get up to the 377 or the 200. This is just blah. It's okay above like 145, I guess, but I just don't really care until Mama Bear wants to break out for real skis. And it's almost doing it. It's close. Don't get it wrong. It's close. It's looked the best it has since, May, since the beginning of the summer. So it's trying. XMR, kind of swift, little rejection here, little cluster F of candles, doji, and also, man, also like ADA, if this closes below this little cluster area at about $300, that probably gets us back down to test 270, and that could be a buy zone on this. This did have a little bit of relative strength. The privacy coins kind of in general did. You can see over here, Dash actually broke out pretty much before anything else did on this candle, and now it's also kind of putting in a shut-off kind of type pattern. The bears are like, nah, dude, we're done for a little bit. Let's chill out. But hey, it still looks pretty good above 220 on Dash. So we're just starting to get a little bit of heavy handedness on these charts. So ZEC, same thing. Oh, ZEC has broke this trend line, so I wouldn't want anything to do with this anymore. The trend is man, how funny it broke it right where I just stopped the line. That was perfect technical analysis right there where I draw my lines to. No, I'm just kidding. That was just lucky. Whatever. Just joking. I'm just joshing. Plus, don't predict, prepare. No one can predict anything. No one knows shit. Yeah, you can get lucky sometimes, but no one knows shit, man. Don't predict, prepare. And trade your plan. Plan your trade your plan. Don't predict, prepare. Do those two things, and you'll probably make it in the trading game. Anyway, pretty nasty. Probably looks like it's working its way down to like 130s. It's pretty gross, but hey, there is a little support right around 140, give or take $1 or two. But I don't like that it's broken this trend line. It is definitively broke it now, even on this daily. I mean, unless this daily rallies all the way back above like 160, okay, maybe it doesn't break it. But I mean, the probabilities of that are pretty low. Dash, whatever. Okay, Dogecoin. Dogecoin just getting mollywopped. Got real excited, super hyped. Nope, just a joke. It's a joke currency. It's not real. No, it is very real. Don't sleep on community. But it is starting to make lower highs, lower lows on the daily structure. So that's no bueno. Getting kind of deep here. I mean, this is the line in the sand is about 26.5. So it's struggling to stay right there right now. 26.5 though, man. Careful. Anything below that, I would look for a swift move, probably all the way down to like 20 cents. So be careful with the Doge. It has kind of lost its luster. Not Hex, though. Hex says, bitch, I don't care about anything. Hex likes to rally when the market sells off. It's kind of funny. Here it is again doing it. Boom. I mean, we're about to body close above 18.5 pretty much. If we do that, this thing probably will go to our target up here at 24. It actually almost did hit it. A couple pennies shy of our almost 24 target. It's 23.751. No, I'm just kidding. Doesn't matter. Close is close enough. Looks pretty damn good, Richard. See if this one can close above here too. I'm kind of just doing this little sideways. Doesn't really have any momentum. Hex is just a weird one, man. It's just got real big tails and wicks like all the time. It's just not very liquid, but hey, man. Liquid enough for making some tendies off of. But TA above 17.5, it looks perfectly fine. Maybe if you really want to be super conservative, probably ratchet it up to like 19, but not too bad. All right, equities. Oh, we hit our 45 target. Look at that, guys. Oh, we were 2 points away from it. Whatever, close is close enough. Pretty nice. We've been targeting that for a while. Beautiful run off its lows. I mean, this shit has just been... You know, sometimes trading is so stupid and easy that it's hard. And I don't know if that makes sense or not, but when... Hold on. Let me do something real quick. Yeah, sometimes trading is so easy, but it's hard. Because, you know, you just think, oh, it's going to break it this time. It's going to break it this time. It's going to break it this time. And then it just keeps getting bid up. You know, the 55 and the 21 we talk about on the daily time frame for ES is really important. And almost all the time, if price just breaches the 21, even on a tail, it generally comes and tests the 55, which has been a good buy point. We talked about it in the video when price was over here testing the 21. You can go check it out if you want. It's just like, it just happens a lot of times, like probably 70% of the time. So it's like, those are great odds. And right on this trend line, beautiful. Get follow through. Are we just retesting now for another one? Possibly. This is a pretty serious extension right here, so I would look for a little bit bigger pullback into the trend line possibly, and that might provide a good rebuy zone on this guy. Let's zoom a little bit, man. Kind of struggling. So, yeah, see, so this kind of bodes well with my thesis that we probably get a little bit of a pullback here, which is normal. That's not crazy. That's totally normal after hitting a big 618 extension. Measured move, so that's not that crazy, and like it's actually healthy if this thing does come back and test right around 44.20. Hell yeah, then that's actually good structure. You don't want shit to just go straight up every day. Like that's no bueno, because then it can just get monkey pulled out of nowhere, and you're like, what the shit just happened, dude? But right now looks fine above 44.50. I ain't got no problems with this chart. Just kind of chilling up at the highs. What would make me get some problems with this chart? What would make me start wanting to fight this little bitch? If we start getting daily closes below this trend line, which we don't have that many days before the momentum of this rally should push this higher. We're in a bull market. Prices should move higher. We start stalling here and breaching this on a daily, I do think that would be enough to start getting concerned. And on a horizontal price, 44... Really, I like that 44.20, 44.30 area. That's kind of the liquid zone, it looks like, right around here. NASDAQ. NASDAQ looks fine. We got this little vol flashes we were talking about. Man, moves coming. We get it. Fake out, breakout. Or fake breakdown to breakout, which this happens all the time. Little fake throw out, throw downs. Throw out, throw downs. I don't know, I'm just making up words now. Whatever. So as long as this bitch is holding about 15,100, looks pretty damn sexy. Let's zoom out a little bit. Yep, nothing wrong on the weekly. And nothing. Oh, wait. 3 hour. 3 hours kind of sloppy. It's a little sloppy. But also kind of showing the same support area at about 15.1, 15.150. So as long as it's above that, it looks okay. And then continuation, obviously, above the highs. Easy peasy. You don't overthink markets, man. You don't need, there's no holy grail trading system that just doesn't exist. Otherwise, everyone would be rich. But there are many strategies that do work. Simple stuff. Just make sure you just have a good risk management plan. That's really the biggest problem. And then, actually, that's not even the biggest problem in my experience. The biggest problem is just following that bitch. That's the biggest problem. All right. Trying to keep this video under 30 minutes. So I'm going to try to fly through the rest of these. YM is not making a new high. Interesting. Interesting. It's actually lost its momentum. So YM is a little bit more bearish than the NASDAQ and ES. So that's interesting. Really need to get back above this swing high at about 35.55555. That would be probably continuation into this little target zone up here. But man, yeah, anything back below shit like 35 flat probably is going to get us to test some of these lows. And then we got to be careful that we don't want to see these dailies start closing and making lower lows, because we do have the first lower high now. It's not confirmed, but a little interesting that it's not playing ball. Russell obviously doesn't play ball with anybody. Actually, it does. It just ping-pongs. It plays ping-pong ball right here in between its gigantic box range. Ting, 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 all frickin' day. Just wow. I mean, it just doesn't stop, does it? It did get rejected from this upper part in the middle part of the channel. Not too surprising. Really got to get over 2240-ish. And for continuation on a daily close, if we can do that, we probably do come up to 23. But, I mean, dude, this thing, just range trading. I'm just buying tops, selling... buying tops, buying the bottom end of the range, selling the top end of the range, looking for, maybe the middle of the target. That's kind of how I've been doing it. I've done it 4 times now in this range. It's whatever. And time is irrelevant to me whenever you're range trading. It's all about when price goes there. Because, it could happen. Like, look, it only happens in a day or two. You don't get that much time to do it. So, same to the tops. You get a little bit more time on the tops. But it's more about just price action and ranges, because it's just time has become irrelevant. It's just ping-ponging. It could stay in this stupid range for another month, 2 days, 2 months, 8 months. Like, you never freaking know. No one knows shit, but you have to just keep playing it until it don't work. Dow Jones, but anyway, this thing, it looks okay. It really needs to get above that 2240, 2250 area. Then we probably go to 23. Anything back below... Oh, man, let me see. The weekly is probably a little easier to read. Anything back below 22, man. That was the pivot zone. The 2200 to 2220 area, that's the liquid zone. If we break 2200, I do think we probably come back and test this horizontal again, or somewhere close to it. Maybe give or take 10, 20 points. So kind of just shitty, but hey, what else is new? Could these EMAs get any more sloppy in these oscillators? Nope, no, they can't. They can continue to be sloppy, but they're already as spaghettied out as they can be. All right, so this looks like we're at a 618 retracement here. This is the pivot point. Yeah, right on it. So we're kind of pivoting right there. Kind of sloppy EMAs. It's kind of a hard to read. It is attempting, excuse me, it is attempting to make higher highs, higher lows on the daily. So that's great. Anything back below 14.5-ish, I would look for this to be a fake breakout. But as it stands now, it is doing pretty good. The bulls are doing pretty decent here. And there's even kind of like a little sloppy trend line, kind of like right there. So, and as we talked about too, downward sloping channels generally do break to the outside, or outside, to the upside. So, there you go. But not too shabby, kind of just real sloppy in the middle of the range. It's trying to base out though, it definitely is. VIX. Ooh, shit. Look at this. VIX coming back down. Is it going to rally from here? Ooh, let's get rid of this stupid line because it don't matter. Ooh, maybe. Maybe. Man, this clustering down here is very, very interesting to me. We talk about this a lot. Man. And look at this again, finding support around this trend line. And snapping back up it. Let's go weekly on VVIX too. Jeez, this man, this is like super coiling up. And it's hard to say which direction this wants to go. I mean, generally, when you get like these kind of saucer stuff, it's going to lead to big spikes in VIX. You know, you usually don't get like long cluster consolidations and then just keep selling off. I mean, here's an example. Usually get a spike and then you dump hard and sell off. But a lot of times you don't just consolidate and then just dump out of the VIX. The VIX generally isn't moving like that. This is interesting. Right on this freaking cross too, man. Very, very, I don't want to say suspect. I don't think is the right word, but I'm just cautiously bullish, I guess, is kind of like my position right now. Man, nice bounce off the 200 on oil. Right at the bottom end of this little consolidation. Beautiful run. You know, we were looking for once it breaks 66 bucks, we probably test the bottom of there. That was the last video, I think, was back over here. We got that. Boom, happened. Getting a nice little sexy bounce off of this. It is a little aggressive, but this did engulf here on these lows. And I would say as long as we're holding, again, that 66 level, we need to respect that 66 and test back up to like 70, and that would start looking pretty good on the structure. Anything back below 66, though, I would be real cautious that we're just going to kind of lollygag in this range here. All right, ZB is kind of sloppy, ranging up here. Nothing, as long as it's above this 162, it's kind of whatever. Just not really much to see there. Same with ZN. Kind of rolling over a little bit. Little bit. Yeah, nothing too crazy. TNX, I mean, pretty much the same shit. Anything back over 138, though, man, this thing probably gets some legs on it. You be careful then with the bonds. Dollar is looking pretty bullish here. Not too shabby on the dollar. Let's go to the weekly because the daily on the dollar is kind of annoying. Weekly on the dollar. Wow, this is pretty freaking bullish, man. Above 92. This actually looks really good on the weekly. Yeah, shit, man. The higher close on the structure. If we kind of just chill here and work our way back up, that would look super sexy for a run to probably 94 and change. So, man, not too bad. Euro obviously going to look exactly like the same thing, just inverted. DAX ain't doing shit. Kind of, what the hell? Why isn't DAX rallying? This is kind of weird. DAX has been weird. Kind of like the Russell, though, for a good chunk of the year. Just kind of barely floating up. Shanghai can't get no momentum. I mean, I guess it did for a few days, but then it's like, oh, right to the trend line. No, just kidding. Real sloppy. This is kind of just waiting for this to break out somewhere here in the apex. And then that'll probably give us some good direction. Gold. What are you doing, bitch? It's okay. It's all right. Looks like we're getting a little bit of resistance front running at that 1810, 1820 level. There's a lot of business around there. Supply in this instance. If we can kind of just hold this like 1770s level, though, it does still look very constructive. on that front. And this weekly candle is just so sexy, dude. Like, as long as it's above this right here, which is so funny, it happened right at this horizontal we've been watching forever, too. As long as price is above here, it's not bearish to me. This is a very sexy candle. Anything, though, back below 1760-ish, yes, starts to get very concerning. And if that started happening, we get some daily open and closes below here, I'd be targeting the low end of this range again. And that would be no bueno. Would like to see the bulls step it up and get some price action over 1820 here in the next couple of weeks. I think that would be pretty bullish. We got some payrolls next week, I believe. Yeah, we do. First Friday of the month. So maybe that gives a little catalyst or something. Anyway, silver kind of being shitty. It's accepting price down here. This kind of sucks. Silver not near as sexy as gold. Losing its VWAP. Yeah, I mean, silver doesn't look as good. It's barely holding on. 22.50 is its line in the sand. We start getting daily closes below that. I would start to have to reshape my bullish thesis long-term on silver, which I've been super bullish on for a while. We do have the monthly closes coming up in 5 days. So in the next 5 days, I would really like to see, for the bull's sake, this thing get, man, perfect scenario would for it to be to close over 24.40-ish. I don't think that that's likely. But as long as we just don't really close below 22.50, it's okay. Platinum kind of just struggling down here. Pretty bearish trend. Getting at that pivot point around that 1030-ish. All these lows, this little cluster. So anything back below 960, probably going to come test the upper 8s. Palladium has been, oof, man, Palladium is just getting mollywopped. I mean, this is off its highs a lot here. It's like, damn, 20-something%. Yeah, pretty brutal, man. This isn't a strong downtrend. There's no sugarcoating this one. I mean, we got to wait till oscillators clean up and we start making some higher highs and higher lows on the daily. I mean, this is a pretty bearish chart. For shizzle. All right. Good on that. Let's look at meme stocks have been pumping. Ooh, Planet. Oh my God. I know it sounds crazy, but this looks pretty damn sexy. Wow. Planeteer. Are you about to pop? Holy crap. Really? We were on the video over here on this day. We were like, dude, bullish as hell on this candle structure. You see something like this? Oh, super sexy for the bulls. Easy to manage risk, too, as long as you're just above the low of that candle. You're good to go. Man. And we came back. Look at that. Tested the upper end of the range right at the top of the candle, this little box. And now we're continuing so far. And it looks like this is probably a 618 right here. Yes, it is. Man, any daily closure above 25.50, this thing's probably going to run to 27. And then we'll have to see what it does at 27-ish. But this is a pretty good looking chart. GME, pump. Let's go. Pamp it. Just chilling at these levels. We got an earnings today, it looks like. Yeah, it looks like there's an earnings call coming up. Very nice. AMC is getting a little slapped. AMC was looking good. We were liking this little cluster pattern, filling the gap, just sitting right on the bottom of the gap. That's pretty good. And easy risk management. I took a stab at that one. And a little bit of, what else did I do? I tried to get filled on GME, but they wouldn't fill me. I was like, on a 20-cent spread, a call spread I was trying to buy, I was 5 cents or 4 cents over the ask price, and the market maker still wouldn't fill me. I was like, what the fuck? Dude, whenever that happens too, you're like, oh shit, it's probably about to go in my favor. The market maker doesn't want to let me get it. And you can just go into the shares, like just regular stock, and just buy that is what I should have did. But oh well, what you gonna do? Shoulda, woulda, coulda. You know what I'm saying? DoorDash. This is actually a pretty bullish pattern. These little incrementally higher highs and higher lows. Man, this bitch clears 195 again. It's probably gonna test up in here. So Pretty crazy. I absolutely hate this company. I use them for my business because I can't hire drivers right now, which sucks because it's not unique to me. Everybody can't hire anyone. So this sucks. Whatever. Oh shit, we're already at 40 minutes. God damn it. Oh well, and I probably need to go. Yes, I do need to go. All right, so AMC, I'm still going to hold this. Let's see, 3 hour might. Nah, I'm still going to hold this until the 3 hour starts breaking down a little bit more. You can see there is a lot of pressure in that mid 40s area. But, whatever. It's okay for now. FOMO, no. Fizz, no. Planetary. Nikola is a total scam, so be careful with that one. Planetary is a better looking chart here, man. Airbnb. Snowflake, look at this crap. Oh, it's too funny. What is Robinhood doing? Because everybody loves Robinhood. No, most people actually don't. But, hey, you know, this Robinhood actually looks okay if it can hold like 46, where this gap is. Yeah, at about 46-ish. The 46 handle, Robinhood looks all right. You almost have to use the 3 hour because it's just, it hasn't been out that long. Let's even go crack time frames. Yeah, they are actually resetting a little bit. Also agreeing with the 46 handles. Hey, so that's great confluence. Robinhood might be a play as long as it holds 46. Interesting. I'm going to put that on the watch list. Sweet. Oops, that's not what I wanted to look at. I wanted to look at blockchain stuff. What's it doing? Let's carry this box forward because it's been important. Yeah, you can see rejection from it. Another little rejection. Kind of just struggling down here. Lackluster. Kind of the same thing. The consolidations, right? Just at the tops of the area. MicroStrategy. Let's bring this over. Right to the top of the box. Right in the middle of the box, man. Maybe it's warranting a rebuy, kind of. As long as it's holding about 640-ish, it's okay. And that's not too bad a risk. What is that? It's only like 8%, so that's not terrible. I kind of wanted to see how Bitcoin closes this week. Bid F, nice pump here, but already kind of losing momentum. It's okay as long as it can hold like $5. Anything back below $5 looks kind of ugly. And conversely to the upside, 650 is kind of the pivot point for that. Then we probably get some more running. Coin, sloppy. It does have a nice little base, big liquid zone right here, 220, 240. So as long as it's above about 240, it looks okay. But kind of sloppy on the lower time frames. HUT still looks pretty good, surprisingly. Actually, it looks really good above 640. Interesting. This one's showing some relative strength against the other market. My biggest concern is just this RSI read. I don't like that. I don't like when it comes below it and puts this divergence in. That's the worst thing that it has. But other than that, man, above like 620-ish, this looks pretty damn good. Mara, same thing, above about 35. Looks pretty good. What's GBDC doing? Hey, making higher highs, higher lows. That's good too. I like confluence there for bulls. That's nice. All right, I think that's it. I gotta go. I'm gonna wrap it up. Boom. Bitcoin, bitch. Don't you lose 44, or actually don't lose 46. Then we probably go to 44. And really, for the bullish structure, I think it would make it way more stronger if we do just kind of ping pong off of the, maybe 45.5, 46 area. That would be good. 44, you start threatening daily structure, and any closure below, pretty much like even 44.4. Man, that's a lot of fours. Anything below 44.4, you kind of have to watch out for downside to 42. And 42 is my absolute line in the sand. We start getting below 42, I think that was a fake rally, bull trap, and I do think we probably move lower after that. Let's see here. Let's zoom in on, let's see the crack time frames. All right, a little 54 early in the morning. All right. Oh, so Ethereum is okay. This lower time frame, the 458, looks ugly to me. I don't like this formation here. Rounded top. It hasn't made a lower low yet in this time frame, but it's kind of just box ranging. And as long as it's holding 3K, it's okay. But it's a little bit concerning. Momentum is completely gone on both oscillators outside of this channel. It's just not it's not near as sexy as it was just a few short weeks ago, or even like a week or two ago. So a little bit concerning. But as long as it's holding 3K, it's all right. We really want to see that daily close above this structure at about 33.20. So I think I'm going to sign off with that. Careful out there. We're major resistance, top of ranges, 618s, 200 EMAs, or I'm sorry, MAs on the daily, and just up against a lot of the structure to the May sell-offs like over here. So we're kind of just in this weird little pivot zone. We need confirmation overall that this is a real breakout for the bulls and not no bullshit bull trap. And we're still going to need probably a week or so to really help define that. Also, it depends what price does, too. If we just go sideways more and do nothing, it's going to make it a little bit more confusing. But so I'm still cautiously bullish here. Anything, like I said, below this 44, bleh. But whatever. We already hammered that point. We're good. Much love. I'll see y'all guys next time. Hopefully tomorrow I can do a live stream. We'll just have to see how my internet wants to behave with me. All right, guys. Holla, holla. I'll see y'all. Laters. Peace.